Guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Manmeet and I make videos about how to grow your business using WordPress websites or how to build a business using the skill of developing WordPress websites. So what is the topic for today's video? There is a very common question that people have been asking me. How many plugins are too many that we can install on our WordPress websites? And what kind of plugins should we install? So before I go ahead, today in this video, I'll be sharing 11 plugins, 11 must-have plugins for the beginners, for their business or brand. But before we go ahead, I have to tell you that there is no particular answer to how many plugins are too many. Even one plugin can be too many. You have to decide the quality of the plugin. You just have to decide if you are choosing quality over quantity. If you have quality plugins, then you may have 20, 50 or even 100. It doesn't matter. It is not going to affect your loading speed. But if you have that one plugin that takes a lot of time, then it can affect your loading speed. So I hope that question is answered, that how many plugins are required for the WordPress website. Now let us go to the second question, that what are the plugins that we should download? So I've made a list of 11 must-have plugins, especially for the beginners, for their business and brands. So let's get into my screen and let's follow them one by one. The first plugin is definitely Updraft Plus. So let us go and see in my installed plugins. I have already some of the plugins downloaded. Let us search for it. Here it is, Updraft Plus Backup and Restore. So what does Updraft Plus do? Updraft Plus creates a backup of your websites so that even if there is some problem on your website and you lose the data, so the last created content of your website is pretty much safe with you. You do not have to lose it. So let us see how it works. I'll click on settings and here it is, Updraft Backups. So this is how the plugin looks. This is backup and restore. This is migrate and clone. You will have to check your hands around this plugin, and this will create 4 existing backups of your website every week for you. So you will have to do a little bit checking yourself here and there to explore more. But just to tell you, if you go to the settings, here it is, files backup schedule weekly, and retain this to 4 backup. That means whatever changes you make, you will have backup every week. So whenever there is a problem on your site, you will have the latest data to yourself. And the database as well, database backup schedule weekly, and then again 4. And you just have to go down and save the settings here. As soon as you do that, every week a backup of your site is going to be created by itself, like you see on my website right now. Let us go to backup and restore. The next backup restore is on the 2nd of February, scheduled for itself. All right. So let us go to our next plugin, and that is Yoast SEO. I'm sure a lot of you might have heard about Yoast SEO, as it is one of the most famous plugins for SEO. Now, why do we use Yoast SEO? We use Yoast SEO to create SEO friendly pages so that whenever people are searching for certain keywords, our website or our pages ranks on Google. There is a very similar plugin to how Yoast SEO work. It is called Rank Math SEO. Both of them do the similar work, but there are people who prefer Yoast SEO, and then there are people who prefer Rank Math SEO. So you can choose whichever you want. I will be sharing today Yoast SEO. So let us get into my screen, and now I'll take you to my plugins again, and let us search for Yoast SEO. All right. Here it is, Yoast SEO is already downloaded, and if you have to search, how will you do it? You will go to plugins, you will go on add new, and then you will search plugin. It will show already installed for me, but just to show you how to do it. This is the plugin Yoast SEO. All right, and it is already active on my website. Like I said, the very similar plugin for Yoast SEO is Rank Math. And some people prefer Rank Math SEO and some people prefer Yoast SEO. So I'm going to show you how Yoast SEO works. So we'll go to one of our pages. Let us go to all pages first. So here I am. Let us go to this page and click on edit. Yoast SEO always works in the default version of WordPress, but there has also been integration of Yoast SEO with Elementor, so you can also make your Yoast SEO settings in Elementor as well. Okay, so here we are. This is our Yoast SEO. This is how it works. You will have a space to put your SEO title. Let us say I want to write WordPress websites. Learn WordPress websites. Okay, so before that, what you have to do is you have to enter a key phrase here. This is the keyword that you choose to rank on Google. So this keyword should be present in all the Yoast SEO matter that you put in, and this is going to become your focus keyword. So let us say WordPress website. So whenever somebody searches for WordPress website, I want this page to be visible. So learn WordPress websites without writing a single line of code. Okay, so here it is. Till the time it is green, it means that it is good to go. As soon as it becomes red, code and you will learn. This means I have exceeded the number of words. So until the time it is green, it is good. But you can also see a preview here. Just make sure whatever you are writing is visible and does not go to read more. Okay, so slug can be again WordPress websites, our focus keyword. Then meta description, whatever you want to write, you can write. And you can click on update here, and this is how Yoast SEO works. So I hope now you know how to create SEO friendly pages for yourself. All right, so our next plugin is Elementor, which is a page builder, and most of the people using WordPress are using Elementor. So here it is. You can go to your plugins again, click on add new. So here in this video, I cannot go ahead and show you how to use Elementor because then the video will go on to some other topic altogether. So here I'll just be showing you that which one do you want to download. This is Elementor website builder and it is already active on my website. This is the plugin that you need if you want to build beautiful pages. This is a drag and drop builder.
So why is Elementor important? Elementor is important because it is a drag and drop builder and you can see your website real time. You can see the changes on your website while you are doing it. That is why a lot of people developing websites on WordPress right now prefer drag and drop builders, and Elementor is the leading page builder when it comes to WordPress.
All right, so let us go to our next plugin. Our next plugin is Akismet. So let me search that. That is already on my website. It just needs to be activated. Here it is, Akismet Spam Protection. So why
is this plugin required? This plugin is required because as soon as you develop your website, design your website, and you make it live, there are thousands of people out there who try to put spam comments under your blog. Spamming is everywhere, right? It is in WordPress websites as well. So this automatically blocks all the spam comments, and it is one of the most essential plugin that is required on your website.
So I will just go ahead and click on activate. So here it is, my plugin is activate, and then you can go on creating your account and set up the entire procedure. To tell you, all these plugins are free of cost. to begin with. All of them have a pro version, but it is not necessary that you go for the pro version. The free versions of all these plugins will do a fabulous job for you. All right, so what is our next plugin? Our next plugin is what we require to take inquiries from our customers, our clients, and probably registrations or anything. It is called WP Forms. This is again on my website. So here it is, WP Forms. It is also it is already active on my website. So this I'll show you how to use. Here is WP Forms. I'll go and click on Add New. When I click on Add New, it gives me an option of taking pre-built templates such as simple contact form, newsletter, or suggestion form, but I can go with a blank form as well. Create a blank form. So here you can simply drag and drop. Suppose you need a single line text. So here it is, and then I can change. Let's say I want the name of the person. If I want to make it a required field, then advanced options. If I want it to be medium, or if I want it to be small, if I want any placeholder text. This is how you can use drag and drop builders and create your form. And as soon as you do that, you can click on save and a new form will be created. So before going to the next plugin, let us see what all we have covered. We have covered 5 plugins till now. We have covered Rank Math SEO and Yoast SEO. We have covered Updraft Plus. We have covered Elementor. We have covered Anti-Smat Spam Commenter, and we have covered WP Forms. All right, so let us get ahead for our next plugin. And that is very similar to WP Forms, but it has a different requirement of its own. So let me go back to my dashboard now. Here I am, and let us search for Contact Form 7. This is one of the most used plugins. Now, this plugin is one of the most used plugins in the earlier times when WordPress was becoming one of the major website builder. But nowadays, WP Forms is much more popular than Contact Form 7. And the reason is that WP Forms is a drag and drop builder, and it is much easier for people to make amends, whereas Contact Form 7 is very limited when it comes to creating forms and adding UI to the forms. That is the beautification of the form. So let us go ahead and see how this works. So let us click on Install Now. And let us click on Activate. So once that is done, let us go to the plugins and see Contact Form 7. Here it is. Let us go to the settings. And there is a form already made. I can click on Edit, or I can create a new form. So here it is. This is how you will have to create a form. That means you will have to do a little bit of technical skills here. You can, or what you can do is just click on email and an email will be added. Click on a URL and a URL will be added. You can click on text area and text area will be added. It will just ask you for the attributes and if you want to make it a required field or not, and it will be added. But like I said, the difference between the two is that WP Forms is more of a drag and drop builder, and that is why people prefer it more. All right. So let us go to our next plugin, which is WooCommerce. Now, WooCommerce is again a very big of a plugin in itself. because it is used for e-commerce websites who want to build a store of their own, or the websites that want to sell.
You can sell different things like a physical product, a digital product, or you can give subscriptions, you can give newsletters, or people can have annual subscriptions to your website, monthly subscriptions to your website. You can do all of that with WooCommerce. So like Elementor is a page builder and it requires time of its own, so is WooCommerce. So I will just tell you how the plugin looks and a little bit about it, but there will be other videos where I will be covering it in total.
So let us go to the plugin and search the plugin WooCommerce. Here it is downloaded, but it's not activated. So I will go click on activate. So once I have clicked activate on WooCommerce, I will go to the settings. Now here it will ask you everything, to put your address, to put your, here it will guide you to put your address, your details, the kind of products you want to add, the shipping, the payments, account privacy, integration advanced, and it in itself is a huge plugin that requires a lot of time. If you see on the left, there is home, there is orders, there is customers. You can create coupons for your customers. Then there is status, extensions, and with WooCommerce comes all products, adding new products, categories of the products, tags and attributes. This is how WooCommerce works. All right, this can be a little bit lengthy and time taking, but just remember that this is one of the best plugins to create e-commerce websites on WordPress. So let us go to our next plugin, which is WP Super Cache. Now, how does WP Super Cache work? It means it lowers the website speed if you have a lot of links saved in your website, whichever link you visit from your website. So this plugin helps you to clear the cache of your website and reduces the loading speed of your website. So let us go ahead to plugins again and click on add new. Now I will search WP clear cache. So here it is. I will click on install now. As you can see, it says boost your site speed and performance through caching, clean the database, compress images, and cache your site for higher speed and SEO. So this is one of the most recommended plugins if you want to reduce your loading speed, which is in fact one of the most important aspects of the website.
It is said that a website, a customer when visiting your website has a span of 7 seconds. That's it. So your website should load within 7 seconds. If it's not loading in 7 seconds, there is a high possibility that you will lose a lot of people and your bounce rate of the website is going to increase.
Here it is, WP Optimize. You can go to the settings. You can check out the settings and work on them. Read different documentation that it has. If you see, here is database, here is images, cache, and there are different things to check in this plugin. You can take your time around and study the plugin in total. So the next plugin we have is a very important plugin if you have started developing your website on WordPress on its actual host. Let's say if I have a domain name and I have hosting and I start developing my website in its live version only. So people will be able to, now if I give you the website of my link, you will be able to go and check that what's happening on my website. You will be able to see all the under-prepared elements of my website. And that's not what I want. I want to show you the complete version. That we have a plugin called Under Construction. You can see on my website, it is here. on the very top, all I have to do is I have to click on and what will happen is, let us click on preview. Whenever somebody will visit my website, it will show, sorry, we are doing some work on this site. Thank you for being patient. At least giving this message is better and professional than showing an incomplete version of your website. Like right now, if you guys visit my link, if you see the incomplete version, it is not very good as a designer to give that impression. So it is better, or as a businessman or as a brand, to give the impression of an incomplete website. So it is better to use this plugin. Now let's go to the plugins and I'll show you how this looks. Because if you put under construction, there are a lot of plugins that will show up, and I do not want you to download something that can cause problems to your website. So it is not visible, as you can see that even though I've put under construction, I cannot see the plugin that is actually required to be downloaded or is downloaded on my website. So here it is. Remember, just put a little bit of space between under and construction. That is when you will get this plugin. It is by Web Factory Limited, and this is the plugin you have to download so that people cannot view the editing version of your website. All right, so the next plugin we will go through is Scurry, and that is required to keep your website safe. It is a security plugin, and you have to go through the analytics, the dashboard, and the settings of this plugin so that your website is secure at all times. So let's get into my screen, and here I will search Scurry. Okay, I might have mistyped something. Let me type it again. So this is where I made a mistake. This has to be a single C, and let it. So here it is. Scurry security, auditing, malware scanner, and security hardening. So this is one of the most essential plugins you need for your website. You will go ahead, install, activate it, and just do a few settings here and there, and this plugin will help you in securing your website. So the next plugin that we have is Google Analytics by Monster Insights, and this is again a very essential plugin. As you can see by the name, you have to use this plugin to link your website to Google Analytics, and then this plugin will help you extract all the data from Google Analytics into your website, and you will be able to see how your website is performing using this plugin. All right, so let us go ahead and see what all plugins have we covered till now. The 11 plugins that are required for your business are Updraft Plus, Yoast SEO or Rank Math SEO, Elementor Page Builder, Google Analytics by Monster Insights, Estimate, Contact Form 7, WP Forms, you can prefer whichever you want, Scurry, WooCommerce for e-commerce websites, WP Super Cache, and Under Construction plugin.
So guys, this is it. These were the most vital and free 11 plugins that are must have for your business or brand, and this will help your website grow and your business grow. If you like my content, please like the video and share it with people you think will help them. And also, if you like the content, please consider subscribing. It's free of cost. It is just going to boost my confidence and give me much more appreciation to create videos like this. So stay tuned for more such videos. Till then, bye-bye.